Let's get started a little bit here, okay? Where do we start? Let's start with the market. At the end of the video, we'll look at 5, 6, 7 stocks that I have. We'll look at some entries, exits, and maybe a plan. Look at those. But first, let's get through the market, okay? The SPY here, I think we're clearly still in a downtrend on the daily chart. I think we've had a nice move after Friday's bullish candle with support from the 500 and the 200 period moving average down here. We had follow through yesterday, which was 2 thumbs up, great. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of follow through at least early in the morning. The higher we get though, the more dangerous it gets. Remember that. A lot of traders look at this, the higher we get, look at those bulls go. They're strong. Man, these bulls are rocking. Yeah, they might be rocking on LSD too. Just be a little patient. You know, when we come up to resistance area, that's danger zone. Now, however, I do still think we have a little bit more to scoot up here, okay? So, looking at the daily chart, not really a great bullish chart, if you ask me, okay? Let's look at the 3-bar chart. I need to take this off. There we go. If you look at the 3-bar chart, I think we're getting better. So what's going to happen here is the faster the time faster the time train is, the better the chart's going to look. So on a 3-bar chart, we've got this nice double bottom here. Price has turned trend indicator green. T-line, trend indicator all working. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high. That's a nice chart. Push it down to an hourly chart, and you've got a smoking hot chart. Absolutely smoking hot chart. Nice bottom right through here. Here we had this big breakout to a high, to a higher low, and now to a higher high. What's happening on the intraday charts, the hourly and the 3-bar chart, is we're getting a low, high, higher, low, higher, high, and that's what we want. We're also above the trend indicator, which gives us some, good feelings, I think. You've got some moving average crossing. We're really good. So what this means, what the hourly and 3-bar chart says, we might have a couple more days, maybe just one day. I'm thinking 2 days where we can actually scoot a little higher before the sellers start noticing. Because as the intraday, the hourly and 3-bar chart scoots up, that daily will scoot up, and that's what those buyers or sellers are going to be watching. They're going to be watching that daily chart, and it's going to get so high, and then they're going to chop at it a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at the Qs here. Back to that daily chart. I'm not sure I see a wonderful bullish chart here. I see a chart that's actually done quite well. I mean, you have to give it its due down here. Give it its due. One thing it doesn't have that I believe is kind of important is no, I don't know why I don't have arrows now. All right, recorder's back running. Here's what I mean. Down here we have a low, and we have a very nice low to a high, and we have a very nice high to a low, and we have a very nice low to a high. That right there is doing wonderful, but what it hasn't done is it hasn't created a good trend. Now, I think to some extent the trend is up to each individual. There's no magic trend. There's no trend cops as you have to have this trend to do something. It's not like you have to, it's not like you're made to wear the same color shoes, but it's okay if you want to get different color shoestrings. It's not like that. So you make your trend. What is it? And mine are these green and red dots, and we just don't have enough green dots in a row for me to yell trend, trend. Let's back this down to a 3-bar chart. There's our trend. I'm yelling. And you've got a low, high, higher low, and not so much, but a higher low and a higher high. So here, you've got this base in here that we've broken out. We talked about that base Friday because I wasn't here Thursday, how those bases really can help you. So the 3-bar chart is giving us green bars bullish, and the hourly chart is giving us green bars bullish. But the daily is not quite doing it yet. We'll take a look at the diamonds one more, and then we're going to look at some charts. If you look at the diamonds here, daily chart, great candle pattern down here. Makes you just want to just drool, I guess. Very, very nice. But we have not done anything. We have not really gone anywhere. And what we need to see, one, green dots, not red dots, and we need to see where we, if this wants to be the high, okay, we need to see a pullback, and then we need to see a rally back up to break out of that high. If this is going to go higher today, then what we need to see down the road is we've got our low, our high, we need to see that pullback, and then we need to see that higher high. And at this point, this is when this becomes the tradable bottom, okay? You want safer trades, you want better trades, you want more consistent trades. Stay the hell off the bottom and use the pattern. Let that momentum, because that's part of momentum there working for you. Let it push. And that's what I want to be looking at. Doesn't mean we don't pull trades off the bottom, just wouldn't make a steady diet of it. What is there next? Oh yeah. Let's take a look at, well, first thing I was going to say is, well, it really doesn't matter. I'll put this up. Yesterday was a kind of surprise, I think, for the market overall. You know, anytime somebody hears war, it's for the most part a turnoff, and you think the market may not like it. I'm not saying the market likes any kind of war that anybody has or Israel going to have, anything like that. It seems to have shrugged it off, or the market seems to think that things may work out, or whatever the market thinks. But the market right now seems to have set it to the side until something changes. So we probably ought to, you know, kind of keep on top of the news, and if things escalate, that could affect the market a little bit, okay? As far as numbers goes today is Tuesday the 10th. There's really not a whole lot of nothing going on. Whole lot of nothing. Now, Wednesday is another thing. We look at the PPI final. That's early in the morning. FOMC minutes, late in the afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern. These are things that can change, upset, crack the market. You've got Thursday CPI early in the morning, jobless claims early in the morning, petroleum EIA after breakfast, and Friday we've got consumer sentiment. I think is probably the most important one here. I don't know if that's too important, import and export, but consumer sentiment. So we've got a couple of things coming down the road, but nothing today. I think today might be, you know, maybe keep one ear to the ground about the Israel situation, okay? Alrighty, let's take a look at those stocks now that I've got here that I kind of like, that I'm majorly going on the watch list. One of them is going to be PLTR. I know a few members here are already in PLTR. Super, 2 thumbs up. Congratulations to you. Now, I've got some targets up here. 188, I'm sorry, 1870, 1950, $20, $21 up here. Now, it's made a very nice bottom here. We've rallied up. Everything is looking good. Now what it amounts to is that whole entry mechanism and the patience to wait for it, to stock it. So I'm simply going to draw a box like that, going around the top, and I've kind of made a change over the last couple months. Instead of trying to, you know, jam the box up, just go down to the trend indicator because it means so much to me. So I'm actually looking for an entry anywhere in this area here. Now, I can't predict where an entry is, mainly because it's not my style to trade that way. Doesn't mean you can't, I guess. I just don't think, well, I think you're going to try to hit a bullseye and all you're going to do is hit a horse in the butt. So that might not work out for you. So I'm going to wait for that little pullback. I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to wait till the bulls start, here's the word for the day, sniffing around. Sniffing around. So what's going to happen is, we see a little pullback. I can't say this is exactly the way it's going to happen. It clearly looks like we're actually opening up a little bit higher. But when it does pull back, and it will pull back, I'm not concerned about that. And by the way, a pullback could simply just be sideways, and that's okay. But either way, what we're going to look for is the bull starting to sniff in. A couple of green candles, maybe a couple of green candles together, maybe a red candle with an engulfing red candle, maybe a morning star signal, candlestick morning star signal, maybe something like that. Anyway, I'm going to wait for those bulls to start sniffing around, and then we're going to look at the chart. The way the chart I see is going to work out is we've got to rally up, we're going to consolidate, and we're going to rally up higher. That's in it in a nutshell. I sure wish price would follow my line, but it doesn't do that. The next chart I have is Momo. Momo is one of those pinball setups. Momo is looking really, really good. I don't have AMC up here, so I'm going to bring it up next. So Momo's looking good here. This is a pinball setup, looking pretty sharp. Very nice bottom. You've got kind of a morning star setup. If you're going right now, get with me after the market opens, and I'll explain a bit more to you about that. Nice little 2 bars up. We've crossed the trend indicator here. Everything is looking pretty good. Yeah, everything is looking pretty good. So I'm looking for that to follow through. Now, timeout, stop right here, everybody. Put your shoes down, just stop. Put your coffee down on your table. Listen up, okay? I have had this question thrown at me more lately than you shake a stick at. So let's listen up. I think this is an excellent chart, and I think it goes higher. Here's what I did not say. I did not say it's just going to go higher one day right after another. I did not say that. I'm not going to say that. I do not think it will do that, because that's not the normal movement of a chart. However, if I could figure out how to get rid of, there you go. However, well, let's turn pre-market back on here. We'll see what it's doing right away. Look at that. So that's what we're doing pre-market. So we are moving up a little bit. Okay, so there you go. I fully expect consolidation to take over. Here, could be up here. Do that a little different. Probably, let's start with up here. Maybe here. Maybe even we come back a little more. I absolutely expect for a little bit of pullback. Pullback can be sideways, by the way. Here, we'll make these blue. We could come up here and just move sideways. Overall, just move sideways. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wait for that darn sniffing bull. Sniff, 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 sniff. Let them sniff around like a dog sniffing around the garbage can. You let that dog sniff. When it finds a little food, don't worry. Other dogs will come over, and we're going to have us a doggone good party. Okay? But one of the biggest things for a trader to do is pull out that patience tool and use that patient tool. Excellent chart, I think. We'll be waiting for it. Crowd's a beautiful chart. I think crowd goes higher. We've actually talked about this a couple of days ago. Crowd goes higher. Unfortunately, I was out of the picture yesterday. I can honestly say that if I was around yesterday, I would have bought crowd yesterday at some point. Okay, I can honestly say that. Been watching it, but hey, it happens. It is what it is. That's okay. What's something we know that is 100% fact about, let's see, arrow, blue. That's 100% fact about a stock that's trending and a stock that makes the moves up like that. That's right, Carol. That's right. It will come back to trend, at least closer to trend. So you are 100% right. So I look at this and it's like, well, dang, this is not a trade for me. Now, wait a minute. I mean, overall, do you like the crowd chart? If you don't like it, of course, move on. But do you have the patience to wait for the setup? You know, the pullback to the 3/8 trap, or just something we call a PBO, back to a major moving average, and wait for those sniffing bulls to come back in there. So you're absolutely right, Carol. This is fact. So I'm loving crowd. Loving it. Meta. I'm holding Meta. Meta's working out pretty good. Currently up 22. Let's call it 23 because it's at 22.96. So call me 23. I like that better. Newsflash. That's only one contract, okay? I got hit up the other day that, man, I must buy a lot. I don't. The original buy was only two contracts, 2 tequila contracts. And I've closed one out, protected some profits. I only have one contract left, and I have a $912 profit on it. Go Meta. I will be closing Meta, no question in my mind. Could be today. It all depends on what it does right here. I'm not going to try to carry it above 325. However, my plan will be to take my money and then be patient. Allow the chart to set up again and get in again. I have no reason to think that we're not going to go higher, but I'm not going to risk my money dancing around this resistance. Okay, so that's my exact 100 plan. How am I handling Meta? XPO here, that's a beautiful chart. Look at that nice trend. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Target lines up there look terrific. It really comes down to where you're going to buy. Are you going to be a buyer on a breakout? You're going to be a buyer on a pullback. If you have questions about these are things we answer in the trading room. So if you don't know how to buy on a pullback, you know, their trading room is a place to answer. So please, you guys, I know there's some new folks in here and struggling folks. Don't be bashful, okay? PCAR is another one. Look at PCAR. I think PCAR is setting up extremely nice. Very nice base here. You can actually see the lift that it's trying to put in. I think PCAR has a move up. And box coming off the bottom. I like box. I like the rounded bottom breakout here. I like the possible target area above it. I like the candle pattern. And right now, I'm probably looking at a move over 2.25, 50, 220, 22, one of those numbers, 25.50, before I actually become a buyer. And we'll see what happens. Target, possible 50 period moving average up here. Of course, you got to deal with that 34 EMA. Yesterday, every member, and I believe a trial member, should have received email on AMC yesterday afternoon. Sunday afternoon. You should have received I wasn't able to make a video, but I did crank out a little email. So if you are a member or a trial member and you did not receive this, well, you need to figure out why. If there's something we can help us with, please let us know. But you got to make that first move, okay? Go dig it out. Was it there? And then is it all your bad you didn't look at it? If you can't dig it out, maybe we can help you find it. Maybe, you know, there's a lot of times you get stuck in that, well, your provider doesn't like us for whatever reason. We can fix that a little bit sometimes. But it starts with you figuring out what's going on. So here we are, moving up, doing great. I bought AMC yesterday, AMC. I did buy 20 contracts on AMC, and they were pretty cheap, so I'm pretty happy. Closed yesterday with plus 16.20% and $750 profit so far. Not only was this alerted Friday to members, was it, or Saturday? It was Saturday, excuse me, Saturday, maybe Sunday. Sorry, I think it's Sunday. Alerted to members. It was also posted in the room. I sent a note to Ed. Ed, will you let everybody know that I bought AMC and yada, yada, yada up there. All the information's up there. So all the members could get it on their app and in the room. Okie dokie. I've about run out of time, I think. Holy moly. 22 minutes. That's enough time. All right. Let's have a blast today. Let's warm up. Let's stretch. Let's get the right electrolytes in us. I don't think bourbon has electrolytes, by the way. So just saying that. So let's get everything right, and let's get this market open, have some fun today, and let's see if we can whack the ball clean out of the park. Good luck trading today, everyone. Thank you so very, very much.